Last time on Rorsrps Custom Chaos. Our semi-final show gave Team Scream another win with Rageaholic taking racing, but Soldier Fortune stole the show in freestyle. Tonight for our final show on this tour, things are heating up between Avenger and Bad Company. Can Bad Company reclaim his tour lead? This is Rorsrps Custom Chaos, and this is Monster Jam! Hello everybody and welcome back to Rorsrps Custom Chaos, and welcome to our final round of normal season shows. My name is Preston Vieira and I'll be your host as we close out the season with these final 3 shows. Tonight we're in Tacoma, Washington in our smallest show of the season with a very interesting and unique racing layout, including these massive hills drivers have to climb on each end of the track. We'll see how that goes in a second, but let's check out our racing bracket for tonight and see who's facing off. In round 1, kicking us off, we got the rematch returning Jailbird versus Soldier Fortune. Dysfunctional is going to take on Mountain Dew Kickstart. Max D is going to be facing off against our substitute tonight and a fan favorite in the real-life Monster Jam, Terminal Velocity. Overkill Evolution is going to be taking on Blue Thunder. And waiting for opponents in round 2, we have our new tour leader here on the Custom Chaos Tour, Avenger, Rageaholic, Bad Company, and Megalodon Fire. All 3 Team Scream trucks that are on this tour are starting off in round 2 for the first time this season. We haven't seen that at all this season. All 3 Team Scream trucks in round 2. But kicking us off in round 1, we got Jailbird coming out on your right and Soldier Fortune coming out on your left. Soldier Fortune has been doing excellent so far in these past few shows, really. This season has not been too good to her in racing, but we are here to turn over a new leaf, and she is right on the edge of grabbing a World Finals qualifying spot, stealing it from who has it right now at the moment, Overkill Evolution. Jailbird, on the other hand, is looking to come back after being subbed out for the last show. Both trucks up on top of that hill right now. That is not where we're starting out in racing. We're starting down here on this starting line, but that is your first look at just how high those hills are, and these trucks have to climb that in every turn on this track. This is going to be interesting to see how these drivers handle it. Both trucks pulling back here, getting lined up with that starting jump and that starting line. Jailbird is staged and ready to go. Soldier Fortune staged and ready to go. We are in round 1, race 1, and we are green, launching off of the starting line and up and over that racing lane for the first time. Jailbird might have a slight lead here into turn 1. Soldier Fortune looking a lot smoother. Jailbird out wide and a bit squirrely, trying to get lined up for that jump. Soldier Fortune just increasing her lead. A rough entry over that hill, but Jailbird is just having a rough hill in general, and it is gonna be Soldier Fortune advancing to round 2, our first truck of the night, heading into round 2. Jailbird just now finishing that lap. Some nice air. We'll see what she can do in freestyle, but she will not be coming back for round 2. Speaking of comebacks here, Mountain Dew Kickstart is here in Tacoma looking to get some points here, so at least he doesn't finish this tour down at the bottom. Pirate's Curse is being subbed out, so I think he'll take our bottom spot this season, but we'll have to see how Mountain Dew Kickstart does tonight. Dysfunctional over there in your right lane. Dysfunctional has had a couple shows this season ending up in that runner-up position here in racing. We'll see how he does tonight. Mountain Dew Kickstart staged already and ready to go. Dysfunctional passing up that starting line, trying to get staged here, having to reverse and realign. Both trucks staged and ready to go. We are going green for your second race of round 1, and they are off and heading over the line. Mountain Dew Kickstart with a big lead, taking off. And he is now a new fan favorite. We do have someone who loves that Mountain Dew Kickstart truck and is rooting for him every week. I hope he does well for you, this week. We'll see how he does. He's looking a lot smoother than dysfunctional. He is a bit squirrely, but he's in the lead and taking the win. Here in round 1, Mountain Dew Kickstart advances to round 2 tonight. Decent race from Mountain Dew Kickstart. Not so much for dysfunctional. Just a rough night here in Tacoma, but this is a very challenging track. But someone who might do well, the King of Destruction, Max D. Not necessarily known for his racing this season, but he could do well tonight. We'll see how he does. Terminal Velocity coming out on your left. Substitute for the night. A fan favorite for sure. We'll see how he does and if he can take a win and get some points up before the end of the season. He would need a double down to really secure his spot in the finals. He needs to beat a 21 from Scalar Dragon. We'll see if he can get those 21 or 22 plus points here tonight. Starting us off right now in round 1 of racing. Max D staged and ready to go. Terminal Velocity staged and ready to go. And we are about to go green here. Third race of round 1. Launching off of the line, Max D a slight lead heading into this first turn. Both trucks looking solid through the hill. Controlling those trucks, very nice. Terminal Velocity comes back and holds a lead over the line. Up and over this final hill, both trucks looking good again. It is close down to the line, but it is Max D taking the win from Terminal Velocity and advancing to round 2. Max D coming from behind there in that final lap. What a race from these two great drivers, skilled drivers, killing it on this track. Next up, we got Overkill Evolution coming out onto the track with some big air. He's going to be on your right this round. Blue Thunder on your left. He is going to be on your left. We'll see how these guys do out on this track. Blue Thunder, another one of those trucks not really known for racing. I believe the farthest up the bracket he's been all season is round 2. We'll see if he can make it to round 2 again or the semifinals. Overkill Evolution has been a runner-up before. It's been a finalist in Paxton, I believe. Overkill Evolution staged, ready to go. Blue Thunder staged, ready to go. Our final race of round 1 is green. We are launching off of this starting line, and over the line, Blue Thunder leads down that first straight. Up and over the hill, Blue Thunder trying to clear it. He's a bit squirrely. He's up on 2 wheels, racing down the track on 2 wheels on a bicycle, and even hitting that ramp, but he is behind now. We'll see if this final hill causes trouble for Overkill, and it does not. It is Overkill Evolution advancing to round 2 here in Tacoma. We'll see how round 2 goes. Let's get a look at our round 2 bracket. But first, if you are enjoying the show so far, keep this in mind. This is our final round of regular season shows. Not including this one, there are only 2 regular shows left of the season, and it'll be our World Finals, November 17th through the 19th. You want to subscribe so bad. You love it. You want the World Finals to come. You want to see the World Finals. You want to see our 3 champions that will be named. We got qualifying, racing, 2-wheel skills, and freestyle coming. And our 3 champions will get automatic bids into season 2. But let's take a look at this bracket here. Avenger is going to be taking on Soldier Fortune. Rageaholic versus Mountain Dew Kickstart. Bad Company will be getting his rematch against Max D. And Megalodon Fire will be taking on Overkill Evolution. Kicking us off though in round 2, we got Avenger rocking that World Finals 13 body, that yellow, that bright yellow 57 Chevy. Soldier Fortune coming out on your left. And she wants to make it to the semifinals again. If she does, she has a great shot of taking it to the finals. We'll see how she can do and if she can continue her dominance here after defeating Jailbird in round 1. Something she did struggle to do quite a few times this season. Avenger pulling up to that line. Soldier Fortune staged and ready to go. Avenger staged and ready to go. And we're just waiting on a light here in round 2. Launching off that line, hitting that jump dead even, but it is Avenger leading over the line. Heading up and over the hill for the first time. Avenger looking solid. Soldier Fortune a bit squirrely this time. Avenger already up into that second and final hill of the race. Looking great around that final turn, and it is Avenger knocking out Soldier Fortune here. in round 2. Avenger will be moving on to the semifinals. Bad Company, who he knocked out of that leading spot on this tour, will have to make it to the semifinals if he wants to compete tonight as far as reclaiming his lead here. Rageaholic, that other team, that's our second team screen truck of the night, heading out onto the track now. He's going to be on your right for this race. Mountain Dew Kickstart, we just saw him last round, did pretty decent here on this track where some drivers seem to be struggling. Mountain Dew Kickstart is going to be on your left as these trucks come out and get aligned with that racing ramp and lined up with that starting line. Both of these trucks pulled back and getting staged here. Rageaholic, 3 racing championships under his belt. Mountain Dew Kickstart, not a 1. We are about to go green though here in round 2, and they are off, heading off of that starting line, up and over the ramp. Mountain Dew Kickstart leading to that finish line, but we are heading up and over the hill. Mountain Dew Kickstart seems to be struggling this round. He is keeping up decently well with Rageaholic, but Rageaholic does have a lead, and Mountain Dew Kickstart goes over. Rageaholic heading to that line free and clear to take an advancement to the semifinals. It is going to be Team Scream versus Team Scream in the semifinals. Mountain Dew Kickstart rolling the truck here in racing. An unfortunate break for sure, but next up we got Bad Company coming out on your right, looking to beat that Max D truck. Bad Company is in our second place spot right now in tour standings. He needs to get the advancement to the semifinals at least if he wants to compete tonight. He does have a shot at taking a freestyle win. We have seen him take a freestyle win in the past, but with the way this competition goes, man, anything can happen in freestyle. You don't want to let it get all the way to the point where you need freestyle, because you never know what could happen. You could go out early. But we're about to go green here in your second round. Bad Company heading to that line, but it is Max D leading into this first hill. Up and over both trucks, looking solid though. Bad Company a little slow on the exit, but he is not out of sorts like we've seen some trucks. Max D still holding that lead though. Max D a little bit all over the place. It's not so close though. It's Max D taking that advancement to the semifinals. Max D wants to secure one more win before the season ends. We'll see if he can do that tonight. And he's getting into the semifinals, so it looks good for him, to be honest. Megalodon Fire, first time we're seeing him tonight, and our third and final Team Scream truck of the night, nearly going into the barrier before the race even starts here. Revving the engine up for these fans. Megalodon is going to be on your right. Overkill Evolution is going to be on your left. And this could be a pretty good race. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what happens here. Overkill Evolution already in his lane, getting lined up and heading over to get staged with that starting line. Megalodon Fire lined up now. We just got to get him staged, and we will be ready to go here in round 2, your final race of round 2. Both trucks staged, ready to go. Red light glowing, and we are going green here in your final race of round 2. Overkill Evolution, Megalodon Fire with a lead. I thought Overkill had a lead heading to that line, but Megalodon came back here, and Megalodon leads to the jump here as well. Overkill Evolution needs to perform solid over this hill, getting a little wide there, and it could be close still. It is, but not as close as we would like here. Megalodon Fire advancing to the semifinals. Overkill Evolution nearly had a comeback there. Megalodon Fire is going to celebrate with a little bicycle there. Let's take a look at our semifinal bracket for tonight. Kicking us off, it's going to be Team Scream versus Team Scream. Avenger versus Rageaholic. Then we got Max D taking on Megalodon Fire. And that could be an interesting race, and definitely something I want to see how that works out, because Max D, like I said, he's looking for a win. And if he can get one more win, he could get some points on the board, potentially getting him up and potentially past Bad Company. We grabbed that second place spot. Avenger getting lined up here. Rageaholic getting staged. Team Scream versus Team Scream. You love to see it in the semifinals. All 3 Team Scream trucks in the semifinals. Both trucks staged and ready to go. And we are going green here in the semifinals, launching off of that starting line. It's Avenger. It's close, super close, but it's Avenger leading over the line for the first time. Avenger out wide. Rageaholic might be taking a lead here. He does. Avenger behind big time, but catches up into this final hill. It's all about that final turn. It is close, but it is Avenger moving on to the finals. What a race there at the end from Rageaholic and Avenger. Avenger managing to come from behind. A great race from Kohler and Avenger. Max D coming out on your right now, and Megalodon Fire coming out on your left. Max D absolutely flying. Look at the air here in Tacoma, just off the racing lane too. Megalodon Fire lined up, getting staged now with that starting line after a dry hop there, trying to clear as much debris as possible, trying to get that whole shot, that quick start to defeat Max D here if he can. Both trucks pulling up to get staged. Max D ready to go. Megalodon Fire ready to go. Red light glowing, and we're going green. Final race of the semifinals is underway. Max D a lead over the line once again. Megalodon Fire leaning all over that hill. Max D maybe free and clear here to grab a lead. It is still anyone's game with these hills in the turn, but it is Megalodon Fire going over, getting a save, but Max D takes the racing win here in this round. We'll see how he does in the finals against Avenger, our new tour leader from last show. He grabbed the lead. He didn't just now grab the lead. Let's take a look at the final round bracket and see how we got here. Max D coming all the way from round 1, and Avenger coming from round 2. And this is very interesting. Avenger versus Max D in the finals. Both trucks want to grab another win before the end of the season, and they're going to take a lap and get these fans here in Tacoma, Washington excited for this final round. Avenger on your right, Max D on your left. Both trucks getting some big air up and over those racing lanes. And these hills, I got a feeling these hills are going to play a big role in this final round. They played a big role all night, but I mean, it's all in the recovery, really. You can kind of take it easy over the hill, but it's all in the recovery coming down the ramp and into that first turn. If you're off there, we just saw it with Megalodon Fire. If you're off in that final turn, it could put you over, it could put you out wide, and let that other truck come over and come from behind and grab that win at the line. Both trucks staged and ready to go. Your final round of racing tonight in Tacoma, Washington is green, and we are heading over the line. It is dead tied over the line for the first time. Max D a bit out of sorts here in the first turn, up on two wheels, riding that bicycle down the straight, hitting the ramp and going over, and that is going to do it for Max D. They shut him off. Bit too close to the fans there. Avenger out super wide in that final turn, but it doesn't matter. Avenger is your racing champion and your first official qualifier of the season for the World Finals. Avenger grabs that top spot, and it's looking like it's gonna be Avenger who is our tour champion. Avenger grabs the racing win and solidifies his spot not only in the World Finals but at the top of the tour. Avenger is your tour champion here on the Custom Chaos Tour. And he is going to pull it up on top of that step up and park it and let these fans get a view of their tour champion here. What a night of racing from Avenger. Let's take a look at the points awarded for tonight's racing here in Tacoma, Washington. Avenger, your racing champion, tour champion, 15 points. Max D, runner-up tonight with 10 points. Megalodon Fire and Rageaholic Team Scream with 6 points each going out in the semifinals. Overkill Evolution, Bad Company, Mountain Dew Kickstart, and Soldier Fortune all going out with 2 points in the second round. Blue Thunder, our substitute Terminal Velocity, Dysfunctional, and Jailbird all going out in round 1 on the chopping block with 0 points for the night so far. If you guys enjoyed the show, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for me. Let me know you enjoyed it. But you can also find us on Instagram at RORSRPS for all kinds of extra content. We got new stuff daily. Season 2 is coming. The World Finals is coming, more importantly, because that's closer. November 17th through the 19th. Racing, qualifying, two-wheel skills, and freestyle. You do not want to miss it. Our 3 champions will get an advancement to the second season here. And that is coming next year for sure. Next year for sure. I don't know the dates yet. But be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Freestyle here in Tacoma, Washington is coming in just a minute, so stick around. Thank you guys one last time. I will see you guys for freestyle.